I'm 19 Keys, and this is high level conversation.
Right. So one of my projects, because I'm an entrepreneur also, is to make a spiritual life simulation game. Okay. I bought the new Vision Pro.
Spiritual life simulation.
Spiritual life simulation game. And I believe
Slim.
we are living in a spiritual life simulation game. Interestingly. But I yesterday went to the Apple store and picked up the new Vision Pro thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. The spatial. Do you have one?
Not yet. I had the Microsoft HoloLenses.
I had a HoloLens. I have a HoloLens.
I know
as well.
that they don't compare, but that's where I was doing a lot of my study from there, because I already knew that Apple was going to come with theirs, and then reality was going to ship.
I have it in my car, so when we're done, I got to show you this thing. Yeah. It's going to blow your mind.
I already know.
And the thing that's
we can get into spatial there.
The whole thing that's so fascinating about this, because what I've done now is I wanted people, because I can't take everyone to Egypt with me. I do trips to Egypt. So I wanted people to be able to experience what it's like to go inside the Great Pyramid, and not just the Great Pyramid, but all three pyramids. And so we made a game called Maya. And the game is you can go into the pyramids, right? You can go into the Great Pyramid, you can go through the Grand Gallery, and we took all the LiDAR images that exist that Harvard University was able to capture, and we stitched it all together into this world that's exactly photorealistic. And you're in this world. Yeah. It's like totally real. So I can't wait to do it with these.
Man, I had a conversation with my brothers. It's probably 2021, Market Mondays, and we was talking about spatial computing, where everything was going to go, right? And we gave that exact scenario about like everybody can't travel to Egypt, but there's going to be, I'm probably throw the clip in here, but somebody's going to be able to create the simulation of it, right? Number one, traveling expands you. So everybody can afford it, but that doesn't mean everybody shouldn't go.
Exactly.
Right. So I do believe in that. And we're about to go into spatial reality, right? Which is a whole nother dimension.
You know what's so crazy about this though? What's so crazy about this, and in this game, what we created was that there are hidden things all over the walls, just like Dolores Cannon, who you may have heard of. Dolores Cannon, she did all these past life regressions and found a lot of information that's fascinating. If you haven't read her book, Convoluted Universe, I highly recommend it.
Check it out.
She said that there were hidden things in the walls of the pyramids that nobody could see or understand until some people came along and could match the symbols, because they had the right geometry in their auric field, with the symbols that were on the wall. And I'll show you this stuff too, since it's part of this game. But basically, the way that it works is you go to the game and you have to be able to pick out the things on the walls that have been found. This is real life stuff. And as you pick them out and are able to perceive them, you get downloads of information, right? Because geometry, whenever you see geometry, it's like a QR code for your subconscious mind. So, we go to the restaurants during COVID, you use the QR code, it's like has all the information for the menu. What if every time we looked at a new geometric shape or form, it was like bringing in new information into our consciousness?
Like a sigil.
Like a sigil. Exactly, because that's exactly what a sigil is, and it does. So what we did is we created a game so that you have to find these things on your own, and as you do, you expand your consciousness, and you get to go and experience new things, right? Which is like super cool and exciting. So I got this Vision Pro from Apple yesterday, and part of this package that comes is you get to play this dinosaur thing. I could not believe how realistic it was. It like literally blew me away. It opens a portal right in front of you, and a freaking dinosaur that looks as real as you are sitting right in front of me. No joke. It's 8K display.
Yeah.
Right? There's like no pixelation on it. And this dinosaur with all of its colors, the only thing I couldn't do, because it brought its face right up to my face, like it was going to bite my head off. And I felt like I could smell its breath almost. Right? That wasn't part of the game, but it was so realistic. I came to the conclusion that within probably 5 years, it will be absolutely impossible for us to determine reality versus virtual reality in this type of environment.
Well, that always goes to the question is, what is reality?
So I believe that we are already in that simulation game that's made by the one to increase its empathy, its wisdom, and knowledge. And if we were going to make a game, you and I, we would never make a game if we're already omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. If we were all three of those things, we'd never make a game where we had all of those abilities, because the game would be no fun.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like we would never play chess.
Well, yeah, it's what they call it in like Marvel when somebody is OP. You know what I mean? Like they got too much power.
Yeah.
That is no fun.
Yeah, it's no fun. So what we would instead do is we would design a game that would limit those powers, and that we would have to find those powers within us by learning these incredible principles, learning more empathy and learning love, and directing our consciousness game through a series of challenges and expansions that we could not remember any of why we came in the first place. Because it's the only way, just as we talked about earlier, if someone wants to really go deep into mathematics, they have to find it on their own. It's not something that other people can teach you. You have to learn to embed that knowledge and experience on your own. It's something that goes beyond the didactic learning and has to go to the true experiential learning.
I got a question for you. What does your cabinet look like? What is it that you're taking into your routine that's keeping you high level? If it's not our products, then whose products are you taking? And if it's no products, then that's a problem. Y'all seen our commercials for Goldwater, right? You've seen it all over High Level Conversations. You come to the show, you grab your bottle, people give us the best testimonials on the planet, and we got people on the go. The thing about Goldwater is it's not our only product. We have products like the vitamin C moss. We don't naturally produce vitamin C, so we got to get it in other forms. So therefore, especially during wintertime, we're able to keep that immune system functioning high. Let's say if you just want pure moss. This is just pure moss. I'm talking about a superfood, the best on the planet. And not just from anywhere, because you never know where people actually getting their moss from. I ain't never seen them take a trip to Jamaica. See, we get ours tested, right? To make sure that you're getting the highest quality, pure version of it, and you're getting those minerals in an over-chemicalized world. We got Smart Moss Gold, right? That Smart Moss Gold is like a Viagra for the brain. You ever find yourself where your brain feels like it's low? You tap one of these and your brain gonna feel high level. Yeah, and women love a sapiosexual, so when those brains are popping and those ideals are running, you stay tapped in. You gotta make sure you stay safe out here. There's all sort of viruses and diseases that's running around this world, especially during this time. If you're traveling, make sure you spray this on the orifices throughout your body to kill any of those viruses or any of those things trying to invade you. So make sure y'all tap into goldwater.com so next time somebody asks you, what's keeping you high level? What's keeping you young and healthy and wealthy feeling? And now we can take some of that credit for it over here at goldwater.com. Make sure you keep your health journey running. It's a marathon. Peace. Information is everywhere. You can log into YouTube right now and type in almost any subject. But I'm gonna be honest with you, you won't even know if it's human generated or if it's just based on the algorithm that figured out that you wanted to find this subject. It queried your information, created an automated process so they can get your eyeballs to try to sell you a product or get advertisement dollars. Humans need humans. We don't work and operate that well learning for machines. Because it's the connection to the information, it's the connection to the process that allows us to grow our neurons. It's that connection that allows us to be able to tap into that tapestry of thought to where we need to learn and be in environments to where we feel aspirational and we are inspired and it's empathetic. So today it's not about just having access to the information. It's not just about being able to have democratized education everywhere. It's about connection. Are you actually connected to it? When you are in a community, it reinforces that environment of connection. And that's why being a part of High Level is so important. So you are reinforcing an environment with that human connection. I see you, you see me, you feel felt, you want to learn. Information and data, statistics and numbers and automation is fine, especially if you want to create income and utilize the technology for such. But human connection has always been a real source of learning. Don't just go for the information. Go for the community and go for the connection.
Where you say you at? 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 Tap in with the guy.